Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I hope everybody had a nice, Labor Day. I did. It was very relaxing. I didn't do much. I just chilled out and stuff. Texted a few people, said happy, you know, you know, Labor Day. But hope you guys are staying safe out there. But I finally got around to watching the Rings of Power, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I love getting on YouTube because a lot of times I play a lot of video games in my spare time if I'm not working out, and a lot of times I gotta get on some walkthroughs because I get stuck so I can get past the point I'm at. And then there's some people I don't follow but 4 people on my channel because the last time I had like 10 or 15 people I was following, and I just wasn't. I had too many stuff coming up, just like all these people I was following. It just seemed like every time I turned on my YouTube channel, it was just like, boom. So I trimmed it down to 4. But to get back to Rings of Power, I follow like 4 people for YouTube wise. At one time, I didn't follow anybody because I just got on YouTube to just get through a game called Destiny back in the day. Other than that, I never got on YouTube for anything. But since I get on it a lot more, I heard a lot of terrible things about YouTube. A lot of terrible things. And I was like, man, that's really that bad? I mean, if you get on YouTube, you got a lot of your big YouTubers. You got your super huge YouTubers. You got your large YouTubers. You got your medium-sized YouTubers. You got your YouTubers that's finally getting their foot in the door. Then you got the ones that are finally getting some views. I'm not nowhere in that category. But so I was like, I really want to try to watch this thing, but then again, it's not number 1 on the list. I'm definitely not into that House of Dragons because I wasn't in the Game of Thrones. Quick story, Game of Thrones. It was about, I think it was back, let's see, I think it was 2007. Somebody told me about Game of Thrones at work in the break room. And I said, what are you guys talking about? And they said, oh man, Game of Thrones. I said, well, the name sounds pretty cool, I said. And they said, oh man, you ought to try. I said, what's it called again? It said Game of Thrones. So I was like, okay, so they was all 3 they was just raving about Game of Thrones. So I found it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it, right? So I loaded up and I was sitting there going like this, like, I was like this, I was like, so I tried to watch the first 3 episodes and I just checked out. So I went back to work and the guys would say, hey man, I never said nothing. They said, hey, did you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones? I said, man, I tried to watch it, man. I said, it looked like it's got some, I said, all I kept seeing was the back of that woman's ass. And I said, and I seen this midget getting a head job and I was like, what the hell am I watching? He goes, oh man, you got to get past the first 6 episodes. I said, dude, I had to check out. I said, every time I turn around, I'm seeing the back of that main girl. That was the main girl that flies around on a dragon. I said, every time I turn around, man, she's taking her clothes off, and you see the back of her rear end. And I said, and then I seen 2 people screwing, and then I seen 2 people having sex, and then this little kid was looking in, and then the guy opened up the window and pushed the kid all the way down and crippled him and stuff. I said, I couldn't get into it, man. I said, I just can't. I said, it just seems like it's a porn movie made into some type of, whatever I'm watching. They kept saying, oh, you got to get past the first 6 episodes. So I was like, nah, man, I can't handle it. So I went back about a year later and I tried to watch it, and I watched a couple more episodes that was kind of like past, what I was seeing. It was still the same thing. So I just stopped watching it. So I never got into Game of Thrones, but I don't have anything bad to say about Game of Thrones because I can't say anything about Game of Thrones because I did not watch Game of Thrones. So how can you talk about Game of Thrones when you don't watch the series? The only reason why I did not watch the series is because of the fact that I don't get into all that butt cheeks, ass cheeks, all that kind of stuff and getting your thing sucked because I'm not into that. I need more of a story. Now you ask me, do you get into sex? Oh my God, do I? I said, if that girl, I did tell him, I said, if that same girl that took those clothes off in that Game of Thrones, which is the girl that flies around, I don't know her name, flies around that dragon, and she's in my bedroom, I said, dude, it would be on. Are you kidding me? But I need more of a story. Now, you probably say there is more story. I bet you there is. But If I can't get grip, I will not go back. And that was HBO's one of their biggest hits. I just shared that story with you so I can get you to understand what I'm trying to come up with a point about Rings of Power. I cannot sit there and tell you I don't like Game of Thrones when I did not watch Game of Thrones. I did not watch it at all. I tried to watch it twice. I could not get into it. So how can you sit there and talk about a show when you don't know nothing about it? That's the point I'm trying to make. So with that being said, I'm quite sure that show is probably good, but it's not for me. So let's go to Rings of Power. Well, I got like 98 hours at work, so I got to start burning up some vacation days because we ain't got but 6 more months left, and I don't do payouts. I only pay myself to be at home. I don't do payouts because if you don't burn up enough, you get an extra check for not using vacation. Nope. You paying me to stay home. So anyway, all weekend I kept seeing stuff about Rings of Power this, Rings of Power this and that. It's trash, this trash. And I'm like, why are you comparing Rings of Power? See, if I was Amazon, I would not even bring Rings of Power out right around the House of Dragons. I told you, I knew this was going to happen. I knew they was going to compare them to, and they have nothing to do with anything. It's just a bunch of people that likes to argue, be mad. I talked to a guy at work, and he said, he come to me, he goes, I think people are just hell-bent on being angry. They're just angry about everything. Angry about video games. Angry about this. Why are you playing a video game you don't like? Why are you watching She-Hulk if you don't like She-Hulk? You know why you watching She-Hulk? Because you want to load up more videos on your YouTube account so you can get clicks and views. So they can sit there and watch you complain. If you don't like She-Hulk that much, then why are you watching it? You know why I put that up there? Because I can't talk about She-Hulk, because when I seen the previews of She-Hulk, back when they first threw the first preview, where you could watch, the first, when you could watch the trailer, I remember sitting in the couch going, man, that don't look like it's for me. What did I just say? I said that don't look like that's for me. I did not like, it's freaking raw, and freaking sweating up, fucking raw, and fucking raw. I didn't do none of that. I just knew that show would not be good for me because I just can't see it again. I can't. It didn't hook me at all. Period. So I have nothing to say about that. It don't look good to me. But I can't sit here in front of this camera and tell you She-Hulk is this and She-Hulk. They ought to be ashamed of the writers and they hate us. Freaking raw. I ain't got time for that. Like that one girl back in the day. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. Too much out here in the world, man. Look at all the beauty in the world that you don't have to pay for, and you want to sit here and watch television shows so you can upload stuff on your video channel so you can complain. Don't watch it. If it bothers you that much, don't watch it. It's not that hard. You're wasting all that high blood pressure and getting all mad watching something you don't even want to watch. But anyway, all I seen was a bunch of hateful comments about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. And I was like, well, I never really was that hyped up for Rings of Power, but I did tell a buddy of mine I go see a movie with, because he just got divorced, and and we hang out every now and then. I said, man, I might check out that Rings of Power, man. I said, I don't look too bad. I said, but I might check it out. But it just wasn't the number one thing on the agenda to check out. So it's just not. I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't wait till Rings of Power, But due to the fact that everybody and their mom orders stuff from Amazon, they got that, that they got Amazon, you got Amazon, so it's one of their, their things about them is you can, you got their, the Amazon, their video things, they offer. So, with all the money that Amazon makes for, I got stuff coming in from Amazon all the time. I order from them a lot, even though I still go to Walmart, even though I still go to Kroger's. But anyway, so last night I decided to watch it because I didn't have to go to work today because I put 2 vacation days in to make for a longer week off. So I had Monday, Tuesday. I got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. Of course, Monday's Labor Day. I had a vacation day today. I have a vacation day tomorrow. Then I go to work on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and get paid overtime. Smart. Got to think it through. But anyhow, I watched it. So, like a big dummy, I did look at a lot of stuff that keeps coming all over you. YouTube account, because when you pop on YouTube, all that's on there. All those faces, man. I'm like, damn, is that show that bad? Ah, dog. I kept saying, man. I mean, all those faces, man. I'm like, damn. So, I was like, well, I wasn't into that show that much anyway. I was just going to watch it when I had some time, because I work out 4 days a week. I'm getting ready to work out here in 45 minutes. And then, I'll probably play a video game later on, because I got tomorrow off. So, I got all my housework done. But anyway, I decided to watch it last night to wrap this up. And so I'm sitting there, right? I'm sitting there, and I'm watching, 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 and I'm watching. This is the last time I'm going to say that. And I kept sitting there going, okay, what am I looking for? You see what I mean? Excuse me. So I'm saying, so what am I supposed to be looking for that's supposed to be so horrible? And so I fell asleep. So you just say, you fell asleep. I work 70 hours a week. We are working gangster overtimes. I'm working 10.5 to 11 hours per day, 9 on Saturday. And I work out 4 days a week. That's why I fall asleep. I sit down, I fall asleep easy. So I woke up, went back to where I fell asleep at, finished it. So I'm like, okay. Let's go to the second episode. So I went to the second episode, and I watched, and I watched, and I watched, and I watched. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. I ain't saying it's like a breakout hit or anything like that. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, oh man, but I'm going to tell you, this is my type of a show. I did not see no boobs, no butt cheeks, no cleavages, no nothing. See, you can find the beauty in a woman just by looking at her. Her voice, her hair, the way things fall on her body and stuff. You don't have to be butt naked to see the crack of some woman's rear end, or a shot of her vajayjay and all that kind of stuff. This is my type of show because it's clean. Hopefully they stay clean, but I think they made this for people like me and people that has family and their children can sit down and watch it. So anyway, you guys, God bless and take care. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but this is my set of eyes. This is the way I look at things. So God bless and take care, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.